When I finally get better, we can live together, can't we?
That's why it's important that you get better soon.
'Cause then, you and I can be together in real life, just the way we are in the world.
Once, there used to be a goddess statue here.
A goddess?
A goddess that exists in the world.
Then maybe I'll ask the goddess if she would have mercy on me and cure me. So what is the goddess's name?
Her name is...
Volume 3 Redemption is a very weird name. It's like, wow. I'm gonna name it a random ass title. This is like very weird.
Aura.
Hiya.
The key of twilight. The ultimate AI. Morgana factor. And Harold Hurick. So, what song shall we play today? To awaken the sleeping beauty. Aina. As powerful as it was, the Avatar's data drain could not take Ida from you. Your wound was too deep. And the treatment too late. Yes.
Shut up! You dare lay your filthy hands on my Aina?
Yes, that's right. I'm the one who made your sister a lost one.
What the fuck is going on?
Be still a little longer. Just a little longer.
Haseo. There's no more time. I am. Ida will. The epitaph of twilight.
The online game, The World, Revision 2. It has become a lawless land, where PCs who prey on others, or PKs as they are known, roam freely throughout the land. In order to save the comatose Shino, Haseo, the PC who holds the title Terror of Death, pursued a mysterious PK named Tri-Edge and finally destroyed him. However, this resulted in the rise of an abnormal phenomenon known as Ida. Only Haseo and the other Epitaph users who control the unknown power of avatars are able to exterminate Ida. Having ascertained that Ida had caused a sudden change in Sirius, the Emperor of the Holy Palace, Haseo traveled to the arena accompanied by former Emperor Alkaid. Through many difficult battles, Haseo grew in skill and strength. However, a terrible price for this was paid when Alkaid became comatose as well. Following the advice left by Alcade, Haseo relied on Endrance's strength to finally defeat Sirius. Yet, the reappearance of Triage, thought long ago defeated, brought only more uncertainty. In the midst of that, Sakaki, second unit leader of the Moon Tree Guild, began a revolt and seized control of the guild's headquarters. And so, in a throne room warped by Ida's power, Haseo battled Adelie, a member of the Moon Tree Guild, and released her from Ida's control. After that, Haseo pursued the fleeing Sakaki and defeated him, only to discover the identity of the true culprit who had been pulling the strings. Ovan. Respected leader of the Twilight Brigade, the legendary guild of which Haseo was once a member, and the man who thus far has led him to every one of his battles. However, once Ovan's left arm became exposed for all to see, Haseo understood everything. It was him all along. He was the one who attacked Shino. He was the true Triage.
Ovan.
Hiya.
Become stronger, Haseo.
You know I became a PKK to track down Triage, the PK that took out Shino. In the beginning, I was certain that the guy I saw back then was him. But the person who PK'd Shino, the one who was Triage, was you. You had Triage's Ida sealed in your left arm the whole time, Ovan. You knew everything. You hurt Shino, and then manipulated me. Have you been using me? Since the first moment we met? I'm such a damn fool. You want me to become stronger? What is it you want me to do? What are you planning? I just don't get it. Ovan! I won't run from this! And I will finish this once and for all!
Ovan.
Hiya.
Why would he refuse help from CC Corp? Or from me for that matter, if Ida was inside of him? Why would he place all of the world in such terrible danger? There's a high probability that Ida has already spread outside of the world. If Ida can amplify people's emotions, then it could control the entire population like a cult leader or tyrannical dictator. There would be widespread panic.
PC Yada. Your access to the Serpent of Lore has just been terminated.
What?
Forgot I said this is my desktop. I'm just doing a little dance. I should check my email. Welcome back, everyone. It's time for Volume 3. I've made good decisions sometimes, guys. I can now make a at-home at Breg Epina. I'm sorry, I can't hear you, dude, over this. Moontree ceased activities. Many have left, and at this point, only Kaede and the remaining members are backing Zelkova. Yep, guess it's all done.
Are you alone worrying again? Don't get lost in your own difficulties.
What a nice guy I am. Greetings, Saseo. I cannot reveal my name for certain reasons, but please think of me as your unseen ally. I'm deeply impressed by the power of the avatar hidden within your PC. I've modified your PC's Divine Awakening command. You can now perform Avatar Awakening. Huh. Oh, conversion bonuses. Thanks for converting to the third game. A new movie's been added to the movie player. Doppelganger equipment. If you defeated doppelgangers in Volume 1 and 2, and have Own King, Forgotten Shadow, and Moonlight Faith key items, and if you defeat them more than once during the game, you obtain the doppelganger-only items that they have equipped when you defeat them after clearing the game. Probably not gonna do that one because I always do doppelgangers after I beat the game. But that's nice. You read my previous mail? Let's see. Pick up virus cores? Oh, okay, so if we use Avatar Awakening, we can obtain virus cores, and virus cores will allow us to upgrade our lost weapons we obtained. Man, they're just dumping it on me. So I have a few things to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you noticed, there was less commentary. I was going point by point on the story when it came to the last couple of episodes of .hack GU. And I may have slighted things a little bit if you watch my Ni no Kuni 2 LP, because I'm doing this at the same time. If you're wondering, Volume 2 broke me, and made me, at my lowest point, absolutely hate this game. The whole thing. However, I've taken a lengthy break. That's why I'm glad I recorded ahead. So I am ready to come at this in an optimistic way. But the second they announce a motherfucking tournament, I'm gonna have some fucking words to say. But until then, I will pat it on the head. That was my microphone. And we're gonna log in. I'm gonna be cutting out a lot of the filler stuff, so if there's like missions that are like, go and train, and a lot of it's just the same old shit of going to the same mine you've always gone into, probably gonna cut that out and go for more critical stuff. Does that mean I'm gonna cut out a lot of this game? No, probably not, to be honest.
To the Sigma server.
It just means stuff like, I need to go talk with you. Okay, let's get to the bee statue first. I'll probably end up cutting chunks of that out, unless something has happened recently in the story that gives me pause to talk to you about what's going on. So we have lost weapons in the menu. We have going here. And we just need to get more cores for them. Here's what we're looking at. I made sure to max myself out. I've got Hane's Invasion, Hane's Shadow, Ticking Death. I got all that going. I picked up lost weapons for Endurance and Adelie at least, and we'll see how things go. As I've seen through how I played before at the end of Volume 2, it seems like if I overgrind, there's not really any super required thing of me having to go and get these, like, weapons and upgrade them a lot. You know what I mean? I think we'll be fine. I'm a smart man. This is the best looking area of all of them. Mostly because Makanu has that ugly filter to it that I don't like color-wise. So this is this is a nice colorful city area that, like, I just think it looks really good. I like this. How's my bike? Does it handle better? To be fair, there were actually side quests I was supposed to do with the bike that I never did do. Some people suggested I do it. I just really didn't have any interest. Not really any at all. Anyway, we are gotta head over there. Can't we just teleport? I'm pretty sure this ain't like FF14 where I gotta tap all these aetherites. I'm interested to see if the combat's gotten a bit of an upgrade. Let's be honest, it's not gonna go that much further, I don't think. But Avatar Awakening seems cool. It'll cut down some potential tedium on those fights. There's a statue of this garbage thing. Look at that.
Hey, it's Haseo!
Ooh, it's a bad character.
You know, thanks to you, we can use the advanced at-home. Why don't you go and try talking to the Grunty?
I don't want to.
Yeah, there might be some kind of event or something.
I don't care. About high-level guild privileges. Half off alchemy and gold extension added to the expand facility. GPs required for expansions. Also, as a privilege of being high-level guild master, you obtain greeting cards. Cool, I care. I don't.
You're late, Oink. Haseo, you're... Man, his oinking is annoying.
Yep.
Guild update procedures are complete, Oink. I always considered you a little nose hair. Oink. You have my thanks, Oink. But never mind that, we've got something big to worry about, Oink. Mellow Grunty's gone missing, Oink. You need to search for him at once, Oink. Mellow Grunty? You mean Moontree's Grunty?
I heard that Moontree headquarters had been closed down.
Oh, poor thing. He must be so sad to have lost his home.
Poor thing. He's just an NPC.
Haseo?
Adelie, where'd you come from?
What? I've been here the whole time, haven't I?
What?
Don't stand in my blind spot, okay?
Haseo? Let's go find Mellow Grunty. I'm sure he just ran away because of the shock of Moontree getting closed down.
NPCs run away? It's no use. Once Adelie's gotten like this, she won't budge an inch. All right. But where are we supposed to go look for him?
Oh yes, Mellow Grunty left behind a message. Let's see now, it reads, I am at Sigma Universal Ocean's Glide. No matter what, do not come looking for me. What?
That's pretty much begging us to look.
Okay then, let's head to Sigma.
I want to come too. Invite me and Adelie, all right?
I'm glad that even the game is like, yeah, we're just gonna have Gaspard not participate because he's one of the worst characters you've ever encountered. They're like, we know. We fucking know. We're gonna make you pick syllabus, though. You can't have everything you want. Alright. Well. Let's head to the Chaos Gate. All the way back here. Ah, here we go. Not gonna lie, I kind of cringed when I saw the thumbnail. like immediately.
Mellow Grunty's supposed to be in this area, right? Let's start looking for him.
Got a keen sense of smell. If you get any closer smelling like that, he'll hide.
Are any of the other Grunties here? Maybe we should see if we can find them first.
Alright. I feel like I'd like the game a bit more if it had more variety in locations. I feel like they've got this field, a desert one, and then they have the dungeons, which is Japanese like building and cave. And then there's like some specialized areas, but if they had like maybe 5 or 6 different zones, and then they expanded and, you know, made it so you stopped doing this one a lot and stopped doing the cave a lot, probably be okay with the game, but it kind of just puts me out of it. It's very weird. It's very weird how I'm going to be approaching the rest of this LP, because I want to be optimistic, but also whenever something kind of grabs at me, negative, it's like, oh wow, I'm in hell, you know? Because I don't want to be that guy who makes you feel sad whenever I'm talking about stuff, but I also want to talk about it, and then next thing you know, I explode. So I think what I'm going to do is chat with whatever comes to mind, but I'm not going to exaggerate, because, you know, that wouldn't be good. I had a moment. Alright, here's something we can talk about. It's going to be negative, but we're going to talk about Volume 2 a little bit, because that's something we can do to pass the time as I look for these grunties. I had a process when I was finishing up the Volume 2 content. During that finale, what happens is right before it, you have the episode that reveals that Ovan is Tri-Edge. And that's a really cool moment. And then it's like, oh no, you have some bad stuff happen. Pi and Adley are MIA. They've seemingly been killed. You don't really know heads or tails of what's happened to them. It's really, really bad. And you leave. You leave, and what happens next, audience? Well, from there, you log out, obviously, and check your email. Then you hear... I forget the full broad points, because it's been a couple weeks, because this was so bad I had to stop for a while. And you leave, you log back in, you have a conversation with the one dude with the red hair who no one actually gives a shit about, and somehow still has relevance past fighting him in Volume 1. And he's like, hey man, here's my member address. And I'm like, that's kind of awkward. I'm dealing with something really harsh now. Why haven't we gone to see the Serpent of Lore and have additional scenes there and maybe do that? And then you get an email, it's like, oh no, everyone's fine. And then he's like, you log back in or you log back out, one of them. And then it's, you know, this is where Ovan is. It's like, alright, let's go. Let's go. I know you've taken the wind out of my sails. Because a normal game would say, here are these big revelations, let's get everything to perspective, let's get ready to go to the final area. But you may have done that, but I'm willing to forgive you. I just need one important thing. I just need to get going. Need to go kick some ass, you know? Let's go deal with it. You do not do that. The next thing is you enter the final area of the game, and you start putting in the cores, like the IDA core things, the data cores. I forget what they're actually called. And you do it, and it works. Oh wait, what do you mean we don't have enough? To which the response is, we have to go hunt more IDA. You log out, they give you a location for more IDA that you need to take out. Insert going into the same copy-pasted cave dungeon again, instead of having your final battle with Ovan. I lost it. I'm gonna be honest. There are moments in certain LPs of games where I just really don't fucking like what I'm playing at all, and I hate it. That was one of those moments, and that entire dungeon was probably 10 minutes longer because I was stopping to speak, and it was like 35 minutes of me just railing. And I don't think that that's necessarily the most entertaining thing in the world. I'm a little bit removed from it, but I'm animating it a little bit more here just to really give context, but at its core, I fucking hated it. I was so upset because I could see interesting story shit, and they just take me away from it, and they're just pulling me away. I'm like, no, I want to have this face-off now. I want to, you know, I want to get pumped for all the shit that just happened. They didn't let me do that. They didn't let me do that. I was really sad about it, to be quite honest. I was very, very put off. But that's not the worst part, folks. After we fight one Ida, who of course is right outside the final room of the dungeon, because Lord knows we had to do the whole damn thing, what happens? You leave, and I cut this out. Pi shows up saying, hey, I'm fine. You know all the stress and the dramatic moments of both me and Adelie getting hit by Ovan? Yeah, all it did was just for shock value. It didn't actually have any effect. It wasn't anything like what happened to Alcade, where there was some consequence to what happened. There was a weight to it. We just got knocked out and you couldn't call us for one mission, and we're back after 20 minutes. By the way, here's some of those Ida fragment things you need to open the door. Because you need more than one, so you get one and then you're just given the next one. When the game forces you to do another section to pick up shit in a grindy fashion like that, regardless if you could explain, oh, well, they only had one to give you, it doesn't feel good that you went through the boring thing only to get some more boring stuff within the cutscene. Even at its worst, you could have had her come back immediately and say, oh, here, you're gonna need these before you went in. The game has a really big problem, all of these games do, of wrecking the pacing. The events that are happening on screen, the events that you play through, they put a lot of shit in it. They put a lot of filler in it. And Volume 2 represents, like, me having the biggest problem with it. Everything. Because in the first volume, I'm like, okay, we're doing the tournament thing. I'm really interested in where they're going to go. Past the tournament content, I was very much interested in, like, what are we going to see? Because they did the tournament thing, which means that's a cool way to do that for that game. And it was all about fighting Tri-Edge, or Azure Kite, as we now know him. We take that out. What's going to be next? And I saw on the cover, it looks to be, like, 2 other ones. And I'm like, that makes sense. Raise the stakes a little bit. More focus on item, more focus on these avatars. We've already set up the avatars. I'm excited where this goes. And what did I get? Another tournament. What did I get? More filler. What did I get? More bullshit. It just felt like I was playing the same game, and every time I was starting to get more engaged, more interested with stuff, they hand-fisted something tedious, something boring, or just they made me do the same thing again. And that my problem with tournaments is that if they were quick, it would make sense, but most of the time they're one match. A lot of times they take control away from you. And it's like, oh man, here's the scripted segment where they end up doing this to you. And it's like, oh god. And then there's some contrived stuff of this time you're going to fight with one less person, or you need to go train with these people to make it longer. And I hate all of it. I feel like when you have a game based on an online game, that you have the potential to do anything. Like, this gives you the opportunity to do a hell of a lot of different stuff. You could do a tournament here. You could set up the idea of, like, big raid fights. Or you could, like, make a bunch of glitched zones that you're supposed to go into. I guess these lost grounds, you could expand on that. I feel like they limited their scope to just, like, alright, for more than half the game, you're just gonna run around the same areas again, quote-unquote training, so you can go into those same tournament fights again. And that's it. And I just feel like that, the way they don't execute on some fun, like, twists and turns and stuff, like Bordeaux's situation, and it kind of took a little bit of weight off of it. And it It just made everything less impactful. It made things just not as fun. I feel like there's a good game here, but a lot of bad shit in the game is just put in before it. So you can't have a long streak of really enjoying it. And I just feel like the game doesn't really hold up. It's one of those situations where maybe I would like this game a lot more and would forgive any and all of its shortcomings if I had Small Hill in the Northeast. I feel like I would forgive this game more if I played it when it came out, and unfortunately I'm coming to it in 2018. I'm coming to it much, much later, so I'm not able to forgive a lot of the stuff here. And I think the top thing at the top is I don't think the combat's very good. Like, I feel like many other games in the action genre easily outpaced it, and that on top of all the other issues I have with it, just made it so Volume 2, I just really didn't like it. But I want people to know that I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to generally try and be optimistic. If it continues to do the things that made me dislike it in Volume 2, I'll call it out to a degree, but a lot of the filler stuff, as what I do with Let's Plays. Just north of you. My main focus is always going to be like presenting a story in the best way possible. So that is going to mean that there will be times where I will just cut out large swaths of the filler stuff they make you do. Like, we need to have a conversation. Okay, do 20 minutes of unnecessary gameplay to get to that conversation that you've done in 2 volumes previous. I'll cut some of that out. But overall, I hope that people don't get turned off by me being negative about the game, because the last thing I want to do is bum people out. I love to make these videos and talk and just do all of this stuff to talk about things we're passionate about. And I love JRPGs. I may not like this one as much as I thought I was going to, but I will finish it, and I enjoy a lot of stuff with the story. It's just getting there is difficult. And the last thing I want to do is bum you guys out and make you guys sad. So the point is, I'm going to stay optimistic, try and bring you the best videos I can, but I can't hide criticisms that I have with the game, and I hope you'll be able to enjoy the series all the same with my different perspective. And I respect if some people love this shit and think I'm totally wrong. I think that's great. But I wanted to get that out. I just wanted to get it out so we could have ourselves a nice little detox. With that being said, let's keep going. I think I handled that well. I'm not supposed to say that out loud.
It's probably all my fault. Maybe this is just my punishment for not eating all of my vegetables.
Maybe I should have eaten those green beans.
I'm just gonna sit right here and keep crying. And eventually, I'll drown in a river of my tears without anybody caring or even noticing. Mello, please. None of what happened was your fault. I was so worried about you. Come home with us, okay?
Adelie, he's an NPC. Talking to him isn't going to help at all.
Huh? Someone from Moontree? I'm so sorry. I've been such a bad boy. I'm so sorry for running away. I shouldn't have done it. Please forgive me. I'll never do anything like this again. I promise. Just for you, Adelie, I won't ever run away. Okay?
I see. All it took was somebody from Moontree to talk to him.
What a relief. Mello looks like he's okay. Mello was the one who always looked after the guild members. So I just thought we shouldn't forget him, even if he is an NPC.
Oh, I understand. I think it's important to feel that way.
Well, let's head back to the at-home, alright?
Well, we got all that done. We might as well... Oh, the treasure's not going to be good. We'll head back. Anyway, this is probably going to end this first episode. I hope you enjoyed. It was a little longer than usual, but I promise to try and give you guys the best LP that I can, which will include being a little overly animated and exaggerated with my, with me hating certain things, like Gaspard. But I hope that I'm not too negative that I drive you off, because I love you. Hold on, hold on. You know you wanted it. Oh god, this is gonna be a fucking Me Too thing, isn't it? Bye!